Hi guys, and welcome to my rebrand and my big announcement for the Comic Book Sanctum video. Okay, so you're probably wondering just what's going on here. I have a new intro, I've got a different channel name, I've got different usernames for all of my social medias, my blog name has changed, and it's all because I have decided to rebrand everything because, quite frankly, I was never really happy with my original name. It was always, I don't know, it just always felt wrong. It was always too long or too complicated, and I just didn't like it. I hated it within like a week of making it, and now I'm just tired of it, quite frankly. So instead I wanted to go with something new. I did consider going for That Book She Read, which is a McFly lyric, but then I also decided that I wanted to tie it in with my new project, which is the Comic Book Sanctum. So the Comic Book Sanctum is a website that's going to be dedicated to getting into Marvel Comics, because there is 80 years worth of storylines in there. There's multiverse characters, there's thousands of characters anyway from just one universe. You've got different continuities, people keep on dying and then coming back again. There's like 80,000 different events going on, sometimes at the same time. There's hundreds of different teams, hundreds of different powers, different like sects of people, and it's so confusing. It's definitely confusing. When I first started reading comics about 3 years ago to the day now, I was so lucky I picked Marvel 1602 because it was a self-contained story that just made sense because it wasn't tying into anything. It was covering characters I already had a knowledge of thanks to all the films I'd watched and stuff like this. If I had picked, say, volume 3 of like Civil War tie-ins, I wouldn't have understood a word, and I would have been very confused, and I probably would have given up on comics there. So what I wanted to do was make a website to help people who were in that situation now that I was then, so they have an idea of where to start with these things, who to look out for, and how the world of comics works. What you'll find on the Comic Book Sanctum is a whole load of stuff. So for example, I'll have character profiles on there, so if you watch, say, Black Widow and get really interested in Red Guardian, or if you watch New Mutants and get really interested in Wolfsbane or Illyana or anyone like that, you can go onto the website and you'll have full character profiles of exactly who these people are, when their first appearance was, and my recommendations for what to read with those characters in. I'm also going to have guides to events on there as well, so if you want to read, say, Civil War, I'll have the first thing you need to read all the way through to when that storyline ends and what it ties into. I'm also going to have guides for good places to start with certain teams, so if you want to read more about the Avengers or the X-Men, X-Force, X-Factor, all of their various other offshoots, or the Guardians of the Galaxy, the Fantastic Four, the Eternals, anybody like that, I'll have guides on there for that. I'll also have guides to new releases of stuff every month, so at the beginning of every month I'll have a list of what's coming out and when, along with what these storylines are generally. I'll also have guides to authors on there where I list everything that author has written for Marvel, and the same for artists, and just generally stuff like that. So you've just got a really comprehensive guide of stuff to read, where to start, and all of that good stuff, so you're not confused anymore, and you've just got an idea of where exactly you're coming from. And this is going to cover all ends of the Marvel Universe. As long as it's part of the Marvel Universe, I won't be covering Star Wars because that's a bit too much, but as long as it's something like the Avengers, the X-Men, the Guardians of the Galaxy, the Fantastic Four, the Eternals, Midnight Suns, Defenders, all of those types of people, it will all be on the website. This is also going to cover the films as well, so what's going to happen is when a new film or a new TV show is coming out, I will be focusing more on those types of characters. So in the build up to New Mutants, which is next month at time of filming, obviously that could change at the moment because New Mutants has been pushed back like 5 times now, and I'm expecting it to get pushed back again, but in the lead up to New Mutants or Black Widow, Eternals, whatever, that's when all of those characters who are involved, character guides will go up. I'll also have guides of what I'm recommending to read before you watch those films or after you watch those films, so you can find out more about the characters. But in the months where there isn't anything sort of coming out, I'll just sort of do whatever I feel like that month, unless someone's obviously requesting something, then obviously I'll focus on that. In saying that, I still will talk about comics on this channel because it is a huge passion of mine. I'm still going to be reading a lot of them, so I'm still going to talk about them in TBRs and wrap-ups. I may occasionally do another video like on here about comics if I feel like it, but most of my comic content in terms of guides and stuff like that will be on the Sanctum, but general comic talk is still going to be on the channel. And I think that's going to cover just about everything. So I hope you're excited for the Sanctum. If you are, please do give me a thumbs up. Comment down below with any sort of suggestions or questions. I'll try my best to answer them or incorporate them into new posts. Leave them down below. I'll also leave a link down below to all of my new social media, along with the link to the comic book Sanctum, which is already up and running. And if you want to see any more of my videos, please click subscribe here. And over here will be the link to my previous video. But until next time, guys, bye.